All right, here we go. Question number 27 from our 0314 homework number 2 in MyLab Math. They want us to use the graph to find the following. They want us to find f of 6. Okay, so here's what that means. Normally, when you're looking at a function is f of x. Okay, so can you see that the 6 is in the place of the x? And so what they're trying to say is we're looking where x is 6. F of x means y. So in a sense, this question is saying when x is 6, what's y? Well, I can figure that out by going to where x is 6. I'm going to go up to where the graph is, and then I'm going to go over to see what y is that. Well, it looks like that is a y value of 3. So here we can see that f of 6 is 3. F of 6 is 3. Again, that's because when x is 6, the graph is at a height of 3. And now to see if I lied to you. Bam. All right, so there's more to it. Choose the correct domain. All right, so the domain are the values that x can be. And if we look at this graph going from left to right, we can see that the blue begins at 0, but since it's an open circle, it isn't going to include 0. And the blue graph continues to exist until I get to 8, where the blue stops existing. So the x's where this graph exists start at 0 and end at 8, and the endpoints are not included. So if I was to write that with interval notation, the domain would be everything from 0 to 8, and I would use parentheses because the endpoints are not included. Now, what they have written over here in MyLab Math, this is set notation. And so if we look at the answer that matches that, that's going to be answer A, which says that x is greater than 0, but x is less than 8. Notice the inequalities do not have the equal to, which means the 8 and the 0 are not included in the solution. And there is one more problem. It says, what are the x values such that f of x is 3? All right, so remember that f of x means y. So again, in a sense, they're saying, hey, when is y 3? Well, we can go to where y is 3. We're going to go over to where we hit the graph, and then we're going to go down to see what x is that. And this isn't very exciting. It's actually the same as answer choice. I'm sorry, part A of this problem. So the y value is 3 when the x value is 6. And there's even more to it. Okay, so choose the correct range. So if the domain are the values that x can be, then the range are the values that y can be. And the domain is read from left to right. So the range is read from bottom to top. So if I start at the bottom and start coming up, I can see that this graph starts existing at a height of 2, and it stops existing at a height of 6. So going from bottom to top, this graph is going to start at 2, and it's going to stop at 6. Again, those are open circles. So if I was to write the range with interval notation, it would be everything from 2 to 6. Again, starting at 2, ending at 6. these are the x's, these are the y's. And so which one of these answer choices says starting at 2, stopping at 6? That's C. Y is greater than 2, but y is less than 6. And that was a lot of stuff in one problem, but I hope all of that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.